Thank you so much for coming out on a really cold day. I'm Virginia Shearer from the Education Department at the High Museum, and we're so thrilled that we've had this opportunity to exhibit the work of John Portman here at the High, and as a result of that, to work with a number of really wonderful people to put on some programs about what's happening in this community and about the wonderful architectural stars that we have amongst us. So I'd like to thank some of our collaborators at AIA Georgia. I'd like to thank Susan Proper and Ann Melanson, who were really instrumental in working with us and getting this program off the books. I also would like to thank Dan Girding, who is an AIA member and principal architect at the Girding Collaborative. And I have to say, working with Dan, he's truly collaborative. It's a good name for your business because you are a wonderful person to work with and have really, really helped pull this up, the bar for this program up to a certain level that we never expected. Had such good ideas and really allowed us to invite a group of distinguished speakers you're going to hear today who are incredible to have on our stage. So I'd lastly like to thank Jenna Madison, who is a member of our staff of interpretation here at the museum, who worked really hard on this program and also who worked to make the John Portman exhibition possible. Today, you will hear from our distinguished speakers, but our program will be moderated by a good friend of the museum, Merrill Elam. Merrill Elam is a principal in the Atlanta-based firm of Mack Scoggin Merrill Elam Architects. Her work with Mack has received numerous awards, including the 1995 Academy Award in Architecture from the American Academy of Arts and Letters, the 1996 Chrysler Award for Innovation in Design, and no less than 6 national AIA Awards for Excellence. Merrill's firm designed the High Museum satellite space at Georgia Pacific, completed in 1986, and redesigned our Richard Meyer galleries after the Rings exhibition during the Olympic season here. Her current projects include the Yale University Health Center in New Haven, Connecticut, the Gates Center for Computer Science at Carnegie Mellon in Pittsburgh, and the new U.S. Federal Courthouse in Austin, Texas, and the Jean Grey Hargrove Music Library at the University of California, Berkeley. In addition to her practice, Merrill lectures and teaches, serving most recently as a visiting critic at Syracuse University and visiting distinguished professor of architecture at the City College of New York. So please welcome Merrill Elam to the stage.
I thought it would be nice to bring the panelists with me, since that's why you've come. Virginia, thank you very much for that nice introduction. I can't tell you what a pleasure it is to have been asked to do this, because I've known all 3 of these people now for 20 odd years. And so in preparation for this event, it has caused me to sort of dust off my memory, refresh my memory about our past associations. But the really exciting part about it is that I have learned so much more about these people, things that I really didn't know. And so that's been a real pleasure. I consider all 3 of these people to be extraordinary architects and extraordinary people and extraordinary Atlantans. So what I'll do here is introduce in the order that the panelists are seated, and this will also be the order in which they'll give their presentations. So we'll start with Oscar Harris, who is to your left. You're whatever. Oscar's closest to me. And it's interesting that Oscar and I first met, I believe this is true, When I was invited to sit on the State Board of Architects, which is the licensing agency for the state, and Oscar was there as a member of that board and served on it for, I think he told me something like 20 years, 21 years. Did his professional duty there as well as many other institutions. But I understood Oscar as a consummate professional. He's been 32 years as the founder and chairman of Turner Associates Architects and Planners. And whether you know this or not, you know Oscar's work as a professional, as an architect. If you have ever been into Centennial Park and you've seen the big iconic light fixtures there, if you've ever